Well, greetings. Thank you for joining us. All right, we'll go into Q&A, or the messages, and into the Q&A. So, all right, here we go. This is one. Somebody's here, that's for sure. All right. Blessings. Greetings, this is Archangel Michael. Blessings to you. There is much on the horizon of DNA activation. Yes, your aliens will appear to those that they need to appear to. Let's put it that way. As society becomes more okay with it, but it has to fit in your timeline too. It can't just happen out of nowhere. It has to have a reason behind it. It has to be benefiting to society. So it's like a medicine, you can say. There's plenty of others that are behind the scenes causing much difficulties. That is because the human agreed to it. It's kind of like agreeing to a vampire, giving away their power. And yes, your media is all. So when you have a contact, you will, you're. It all depends on the person, but you can have more of a sense. Your senses activate even more, so you kind of see through your reality more clearly. Some of you see it here and there. It's not always meant to be fully understood just now. It's like your They Live, that movie, similar to that, but without the sunglasses. You can just see beyond the veil. But yeah, that's where your world is going. Many are not really willing to take that, but many of you are experiencing it now. But it's in small pieces, but will get bigger over time. Yeah, as it's what humanity needs. Sometimes having too much knowledge isn't worth it. You also in astral, you ask for certain knowledge, and you say, "I'm not going to deal with that on this world, not now. It's not the time for it." So you may be surprised how much you don't bring back with you through astral knowledge. You bring back little pieces instead. Because too much would just make it very difficult to be here. So, listen to you all. Greetings, we are the Zeta Collective. We are L3. Greetings to you. We are, yes, we have to be careful what we say, as yes, we can cause a much, not anarchy, but we operate, we work through your guides of what we're allowed to say, what we're not allowed to say. So basically, we're having a conversation with it before we're having a conversation with it. So we're already getting indications of what we're allowed to do and not allowed. So yes, everybody is here watching us because we're very careful of our presence on our planet, because there's other alien life forms that wish to connect with humans, but be careful of what they say and what they do. Many of you, yes, are alien connected. You feel like you're with your brothers and sisters that are outside your world or in other dimensions. Is it because you have much of their DNA? This is what makes you obvious. I think some of you already know that. It makes you a little bit different, and it's agonizing in some. It's a blessing and a curse, and it's all together. But yes, it's just a little bit of of the fourth dimension, fifth dimension energies. It's if you want something and of your memory, it's like a postcard from your alien friends. But we're here to assist you with your questions. There's several of us here at this time, so whenever you're ready, since you.
Hello, greetings, blessings. Thank you for coming in.
Greetings.
Up first this evening, we have Daria.
Greetings to you.
Hopefully, she's still awake.
Yes, I am, of course.
Okay, great.
Hello there, Zeta Collective.
Greetings to you.
Michael. And do you have any messages for me at this time?
Yes, you see you. Well, we're getting feedback from our. Yes, we see you as a. Well, we'll have to keep going. Yeah, it's hard for us to speak. We keep hearing ourselves. Yes, you're. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yes, you have a command, like a commander level with some of the Nordic beings. You tell them what to do. Of course, that's a commanding position. I don't think that's been that well known. They've been kind of keeping all of that quiet. But your location, I feel like a lot of your connections are actually to Africa, as that's a place of a lot of alien activity that's hidden from your human. So that's yeah, you're working here incognito, as you know, in secret. So there's more, but that's all they have at this time. I don't know if she's speaking and being muted.
Yeah, I was muted.
Mhm.
So, do you have any inputs on my 3D timelines? Maybe regarding house or
Yes,
God
that.
or whatever.
Well, how home is getting stronger. You're allowing it to come through before you're keeping it back for various reasons. Relationship energies are kind of on hold for right now, but not entirely. It's just because of the home situation. You have some drama going on, but one moment. It will. There's some reason you're keeping the relationship area closed for some reason. Not really showing why. It's astrally connected. Now you have a relationship going on in astral, but has not come into the physical just yet. It's
Ah,
kind of like a blank face. Yes, go ahead, please.
cool. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Yes, person has a blank. There's a blank spot where their face is. They're
Hmm.
not showing us who it is, so something that might be able to see on your side.
Okay. So, thank you
Yes,
for coming in and have a
yes,
cool channeling.
yes.
Uh,
So,
Good night.
yes.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Humberto.
Hello there. Thank you for coming in.
Yes, greetings to you.
Greetings. So my first question, I plan on secretly growing a certain medicine plant in my room, but the electricity of the lights I bought to grow it can cost a lot of energy. So I wanted to know if you see me getting caught and in trouble for growing this plant in the community I live in because of electricity it requires.
It might take a couple months for you to be detected. So yeah, there will be a detection eventually. It won't be right away. Probably 2 months. So
So
that's
you
all.
see me caught, basically.
Yeah, 2 months they'll figure it out.
Okay. So recently, my second question. Recently, I've been told that the managers of the place I live in want to move me to a different room and building.
Mm.
I want to know if you see me actually getting relocated and if the electricity of the plant I'm growing will raise any red flags in this building.
Not likely the other building. This one it will, but the other one not likely. So the move is probably a better idea in the long
Okay,
run.
so it's unlikely. You're pretty much saying the
Yes,
electricity,
new building won't be detected as much.
but it's still a pretty good possibility.
There's
You're
a
saying,
possibility of anything,
yeah,
but we don't have 100% of what's going to occur.
sure, yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yes, blessings.
Thank you so much. Blessings.
Interesting. Up next, we have Logan.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings to you.
My first question today is, what are my connections with the reptilian race?
Do you need us to tell you this? Yes, it goes on. Well, yes, you've been a member of their clan many incarnations. You're one of the reasons why you're here, to understand them even more. Usually, I mean, you had lifetimes as a youngling, um, not in a commander position, but you have been in commander positions in different reptilian races. Are not so brutal, but the brutal ones you kind of stay at the lower ranks because you don't want to get too much into their politics. But yes, you have on the positive reptilian connection. You've explored the universe with many other reptilian shipmates. So yes, there's a vast connection there. As whatever you feel that you're connected to them. Essence.
Thank you so much. And my second question would be, are there any messages from my guides today?
There's a lot of secret energies that you're not aware of in your physical, of diamond mines and things of your Nordic Palladian lifetime that's been hidden. You've assisted many humans from being injured because of many, they call it outlaws, but it's during more your ancient times. Basically, as an alien being, you were around a lot of archaeologists and protecting them. Let's put it that way. Throughout history. That's all I can say at this time.
Thank you. I feel that.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Okay, up next, we have Emmy.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, you're doing well. Thank you.
I was just wondering if your collective has any specific messages for me.
Yes, where you are, job creation, just give it time. You're doing a lot of self healing at this moment. You feel like you rejected yourself from that job, so you can know more about yourself. There's more about you than the job itself. Yes, you will, and you also show that you're a co-creator, that you can manifest what you need at the right time. So you just show your manifesting abilities when things will just happen out of nowhere. And sometimes you need to be pushed to the brink, like, oh no, I don't know where things are going to go, and then something comes in all of a sudden. So,
That sounds about right. I have to let go damn near crazy before
well, not
something
always
happens.
sure if
Just
you
kidding.
want it or not. This is quite common, actually.
Mm.
Yeah, you might say you want something, but do you really want it? And of course, people want certain things, but on a spiritual level, they don't always want it.
And it's not always in the best.
Yes, there are
Uh,
necessities. Life's necessities are, of course, needed.
okay, so my next question is, do you have any um, advice or recommendations for my spiritual growth, ways to improve that, or maybe point out things I haven't been doing, or maybe things I should eat, for example?
Well, you seem to be doing pretty good right now. You're willing to face yourself. Well, many would rather not. See, a lot of that timeline of self healing, you're in that right now. Many just would rather work and avoid themselves. Of course, some people don't always have the choice. Some people just need to work. But either way, you're taking time from the work world to find who you are. So you're doing that right now, and you're just being knowledgeable of your manifestation, what you're bringing in, like for job creation, things like that. without going into too much detail here.
Okay, thank you very much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Retro.
Hello, greetings.
Yes, greetings to you.
Okay, the first question is that well, until I think another for the financial reasons, and we kind of renting this place. Our initial contract has run past its window, so I'm wondering if there's any energy towards moving to a new house in the near future, and
It is.
particularly in the country. We were driving in like the country area the other day.
It is opening up. It's not fully open. You still have much to heal with that connection, but you are developing a new timeline. So yes. So
I'm not saying in between the connection between us. I'm saying that she wants to move to a new place.
she wants to
I'm like,
create a new place. Oh yes, we understand. Yes, that's going to be a slow. Yeah, that's not going to be something. That's going to be very slow. But yes, it is being. There's going to be 3 places that you'll be looking into, from what we're seeing.
All right.
Yes, and a contract currently expired, from what we're seeing. Timeline. So yes, you're building up 3 of them at simultaneously of where to go, kind of bringing them into your physical reality. So country is a possibility. Most likely that'll occur. We don't see a city connection. So,
do you see what kind of areas?
A country area, from what we're seeing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But there's various places. Yes, go ahead.
My second question is, so it said that like humans, one of the reasons we were shut down is because we had a lot of potential energy or emotion because of our genetics, or we had a lot more access to like different emotions or strength of emotions, and that ties into like our magic, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And the question I had regarding that is, even though we are, shut down in a sense psychically, how do our emotional states, positive or negative, have an effect on our guides and alien teams? And if so, how does it affect them?
Oh, it affects them heavily. They learn emotions too. Not all of them are humanoid. Some of them are rabbit beings and things of that sort.
So, just an example, like my main guides, the ones I interact most with, one's Palladian human, and another is like Arthan. And I noticed in the winter I tend to have a lot more negative emotions, and a lot more just general anxiety. And I wonder how does that like affect them negatively?
Well, the negative you're releasing, so they're well aware of it. They're releasing negativity too. Even guides in the spirit world are. The Garthian being is a little bit more leveled.
Yeah.
Spirit isn't so much. So it's a balance between all 3 of you. So
yeah, and it's wondering how is my like my main guide being affected by whatever I'm going through.
Well, more emotions being brought out. And like I said, that guy is releasing a lot of negativity, and a lot of it's going through you. It's not always your negativity. Sometimes it's your guy's negativity.
All right.
And sometimes you feel like you got more than your usual. It's like you're filtering their stuff out. So you'd be surprised what they have over there.
So do they kind of understand, like, oh, this is nothing to panic about. It's kind of natural.
No.
It's not.
Yes, it's natural. Yes.
So they're kind of calm about it. They kind of know what's going on. I don't have to worry about how I'm affecting them. Like I don't have to take any.
You can harm them all they want. They need all the help they can get.
So I don't have to worry too much about any kind of responsibility.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Blessings.
Thanks.
Oh, very cool. Up next, I have Braden's questions he asked me to read. His first question: are there any messages for me?
A moment. There's a new energy that's coming in. So there's a change occurring. So don't feel bad about changing things. If you need to make a drastic change, please do so. That's all they're allowing at this time. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. The second question: do you have any messages for Roisin?
Yeah, she's going through a lot of changes. She's figuring herself out. So, yeah, it's just believe in herself. And yes, the timeline between the two of you will get stronger. And there will be a physical connection eventually when the time is right. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we have Tristan.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings to you.
I'll build on what Retro was speaking about. In terms of we're down here kind of separated from the rest. So we don't really have to, we're in this kind of bubble and protected. What we're doing isn't hurting other places, or
No.
we can just go along and do what we're doing, live our lives like ordinarily and think the thoughts, and we're still actually doing good to this universe.
Yes, just watch your thoughts. Be careful what you bring back to yourself. That's all.
So it is really based for us. It's like for our experience. What we live here, we're responsible for, and we do it to ourselves, and then the rest of our self kind of takes care of all the other things that we have agreed to do.
Yeah, so just you gotta be careful what you attract to yourself in this reality. Sometimes you say something and then something happens, like I wish it didn't happen. So that's the main thing, is what happens in the physical. What happens in the spiritual, they can filter it out. They can, if you have a lot of negativity you're going through, they know that. So, but you're all filtering it out in some way or other. So that's okay. Do it, yes. Be as you be as you do. Yes. The best intentions are the best, of course. It helps. But if you have negative ones, you just have to know that what comes back with that. That's
okay,
all.
that sounds wonderful. The other question would be, could you then tell me a bit more about myself in terms of what I'm doing elsewhere or who I am?
Yes, I believe that some of this is mentioned. Yes, you do much in astral. There's actually a lot of unicorn energies that you're very connected to, as you brought a lot of unicorn beings into existence in Agartha and other worlds. So you brought the white energy, and you go to places to, yes, I believe as mentioned too, as a healer on many different levels of just being yourself. You don't have to do all these strange healing techniques or anything like that. Some
I just show up.
Exactly. Some just do it for that's just their MO. But it's just like it's similar to Yeshua. You can say he didn't walk around doing all these strange little things either.
Yep.
Just brought his vibration, brought his philosophy, his thoughts, and that's all you need. So you're connected to Orion in different places in the universe, of course, of healing a lot. You've been to places much worse than this, much heavier. You're in the location because you can work in your location to bring in, because it's where you're located. It's where you're connected to the stars. So all that has like your astrology, but also location where you live has a lot to do with everything too.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you are.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, very nice. Up next, we have Dragon.
Greetings to you.
Dragon, can you hear me? I think you just jumped in and out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, is it my turn?
Yes. Greetings.
Okay. Greetings. Sorry about that. So I guess my first question is, are there any messages for me?
One moment. Yes, there's an Anunnaki energy that you're connected to. That's connected to your your deep state. You connect to a lot of those that are part of, we call it your new UN. You probably feel great. Now you participate, you're not that involved. Well, you're involved when you need to be, but you're watching or monitoring the human collective from that perspective in astral. I believe the China situation you're monitoring too, a lot of that got shut down. There were timelines for how to go world epidemic, and then that event, notice how that kind of trickled down. So it's just part of the government councils that you're involved with. They're not going into too much detail. So they're kind of shutting it down at this time. What is our connection to it? That's what it is.
All right. My second question. Well, I've missed it. Is this the Anunnaki
No, this is Zeta Collective.
or someone else? Zeta Collective? Ah, hello. Cool. So I guess my second question is, what are your guys' plans in the short term? Are you gonna be a little provocative or
Yes.
gonna play it safe?
Yes, we're going to be. We're not going to be able to be figured out. Let's put it that way. Our plans are unknown to your collective or any other alien races, but yes, we are allowed to make adjustments to your society for alien awareness. You can say throughout your year. So as more collectives are agreeing to it, more humans are agreeing to it also. Where they get like humans will get a little bit of a nudge of who is here, and it's not as an epidemic, but it's getting the presence are going to get stronger throughout this year. But we can't say when and how and where. That's the only thing I can't do.
I think, I think a lot of people are at a stage where any change would be good.
Yes.
Not every change, but most changes.
Yes,
I think
we understand.
society's willing to try a little of everything right now and see what sticks to the wall.
Yes, all we can say, it'll be a nudge. That's all we can say. Yes, it'll be a nudge. That's all we can say. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next we have Stephen.
Hello, Zeta family.
Greetings, you.
Greetings. How are y'all doing?
Doing well? Yes, I will help you.
Thank you. Much love. Yes, I was wondering if you can definitely help me on a dream I just had recently. We basically started out on the ground. I had a couple people with me, and we were talking or whatever, and then we go to this giant skyscraper. It's really tall and kind of skinny, and we go to the top floor. And we get into this room, and we're just talking. And I go into this one other room where a lady's at the desk, and so I lay out a little couple pieces of technology, little small pieces of technology to like display to her, and I guess get a quote, a bid or something on it. And then we talked it over or whatever, and made a deal. And then all of a sudden I started walking out of the floor, and the building started crumbling, started crashing down. And I didn't know that right next to me was another equally sized skyscraper. I mean, these are really tall and high, and so we crashed into that one too, and both of them went crashing down to the ground, and but I didn't get hurt, and my friends didn't get hurt, but I mean, I think some people did. I was just wondering if you had more info on this dream. Thank you.
Yes, you have a parallel Palladian incarnation that's assisting with first contact. So those buildings that went down, it's kind of like plans didn't go as planned. That's all. No buildings actually tumbled down, but the plans that you had put together and everybody's okay, this is going to work, everything imploded. So how that happened, they're not going into details. But currently you have a Palladian, another version of yourself that's assisting with contact. And that was kind of like, most likely you'll have dreams like that again. Just interpret it as that doesn't mean a building crashed, but just the plan to connect to this world kind of went south. But there's always a new plan that's being developed, so there's no worries there. So I believe you're a blonde Nordic being. Blessings.
Yeah, I've had dreams about that. Being. Thank you. Great info. Second question is, definitely would love for you to open a can of worms on my Zeta connections and bring through what you can.
Well, I believe that your Palladian energies are probably more beneficial if you know about that, as you're a part of many first contact energies of this Earth on many occasions. Yes, this is not there's been many attempts to awaken this planet. And the Yale was it in Phoenix, the Phoenix Lights, you're involved with that. But your connection goes much deeper than that. During many times of what is it? Some of your it's interesting. Some of your portraits of humans are actually alien beings. You have to go to a nice museum and see a portrait of a nice person. Some of those are aliens that in human form. So you're involved with that too. So you kind of had to live as a human and not really bring in the alien disclosure just yet, but it was like little efforts are being made. So throughout your history, there's always been humans that were actually aliens all through history. You can say your Leonardo da Vinci is kind of like that, but he was more human though. But he was tapping into astral though. So give you a little bit of indication of your connections here. Blessings.
Blessings. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. That very cool. Up next, we have James.
Hello.
Yes. Greetings.
Can you tell me about my connections to your collective or any related connections and any messages from yourself or any of them?
Well, yes, your connection with us is Martian related. I believe, I don't know if this was mentioned before, but it was, the Martian contact with the Earth was very. You're here to heal a lot of the Martian effects. The Martian invasion. You have to talk about the reptilian invasion, but there's a Martian invasion here too. Mostly on the feminine to shut that down. There's many layers, as many of you know, of alien contact here. And for one person to know all of it is just, Zeta is going to have a little bit more knowledge, but realize we have no emotions, so we can we're like walking libraries, some of us are. But yes, you're here to heal a lot of the masculine energy that's causing a lot of abuse here. Basically, that's your presence here. What you came from Agartha, as an Agarthian being. There's more to it than that, but
I see. And so when I last night, you feel like everything's going quiet and sucking and stuff. Is that contact? And also, is my
yes,
my statue? I have a statue in my room. Is it becoming alive? Or is it related to contact or anything?
That's yes. You're more open to it. Yes. So yes, everybody's contact is going to be a little bit different. The what's it called? The sucking energy. That was just to get your attention. Some beings don't know what to do with they heard a contact. They don't know how to contact, so they do whatever comes first to mind. So that got your attention. And yes, the statue is slowly moving. Slowly. We also, the dimensions in where you're living is shifting too, which allows that to occur. So yes, more of that. I don't know if the statue is going to move drastically. You might turn your eye and thought you might saw it move. Most likely that'll occur. But you might see it move inch by, little by little. Yes, possibly.
I mean, if it's helping me with contact.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, you're helping me yourself with contact. So yes, you're making it more relaxing. Yes, it is happening though. Mm-hmm. That's
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, I have Omran's questions. He asked me to read those for him.
Yes.
His first question: is there any message from God to me?
Yes, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing. He said, sometimes better than God Himself will do it in certain areas. But you're connecting to your godlike powers. So, he says you would have done the whole Yeshua thing a lot differently, because the effects of it, and you probably would have toned down religion quite a bit to help people find themselves a little bit quicker. But either way, but yes, you're on the right track.
Right, thank you. Second question: which Egyptian gods am I good friends with in Astral?
Ra is the main one. But that's the only one who wants to be. That's the only one that wants to be known. He kind of took over our whole connection here. There's others, but they're not making themselves. The canine being, but it's not making themselves known. All right, we'll just leave it with Ra at this time. Thoth. Yes. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, I have Marvin's questions. He asked me to read those as well. His first question: my mother had some scratches on her shoulder blade and back. What scratched her up, and why was it done?
Reptilian energies. They weren't too pleased with her in her. She wants to know more in their astral to bring more back, and she kind of got stopped by it. More for the Earth to know. So, yeah, they want her to. She's going through awakening experience that she wants to experience more here. Right. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Second question: are there any messages from my spirit guides for me to research on? Maybe info that I was a part of and don't know about. Thank you.
We're not 100% sure if this will be helpful. Tibet has a lot of alien energies there. But he has to go by his own intuition of what he's feeling there, as it is a place of alien contact to heal the Earth. Of course, there's many other places, but Tibet, yes, it has darkness there, of course. But there is a lot of positivity there. It had to adjust itself to the Earth. If it's super positive, like a Care Bear reality, it won't really fit with your rest of your world. So it has to have some kind of scandals around it. It can't be perfect. But that's one of the places that can't easily heal your Earth. It shows that your whole world can feel like a Tibetan energy. Eventually. Blessings.
Blessings, thank you. And blessed this evening is me. Thank you again for coming in. I feel like I have a connection with the Zetas, strong connection. Learned more and more over my time with this group here. But recently, well, not too recent, I was attacked, and the Zetas were scanning to figure out how my energy was breached and trying to avoid that from happening again. So I'm looking to see how am I working with the Zeta Collective in what capacity at this moment.
Well, yes, you are known as a power source. Some beings come to you and try to, you say, drain your energy. You're kind of like a mystery vibration that they can't figure out. So they come to you to, get information from you. But sometimes it drains you in certain ways. So yeah, that's what we call the breach. So I believe that's been fixed at this time. But yes, because you're very integrated into the Earth, into Mother Earth's vibration, as like a protector of Mother Earth, like a guardian.
Right.
And yes, as you know, being a guard, especially those that are watching over the queen, that just stand there all day and they don't move at all. It's kind of like what you're doing in some ways. You're moving around, but it's kind of like, what am I doing on this world again?
Yeah. I get that feeling, but that's what I feel like I've signed up for.
Yes.
Consciously here, while because that's the kind of emotion that I feel like. What am I doing? Oh, I got nothing better to do. Might as well, try and help this planet wake up and everybody here. So,
correct.
All right. Yeah, I'll just leave open my second question just for any beings that have been around me recently, if they have any messages.
One moment. Yes, you're going into a new energy. Yes, you are one of the guardians of Agartha and of Earth. But this is, it's never been an easy. You kind of like wanted to disconnect from yourself from this world, especially the past you've had with it. That's not always the most clearest for various reasons. But for this lifetime, I believe it will open up throughout this year. You'll feel an energy like a sun energy coming from you, like a sun pulse. So just give yourself time on that.
When I do feel that the vibration pulsing through me, what's a good practice to focus on, or what should I be doing in that moment? Normally just go with the flow, but
yes, it's internal healing. What do you need to release? What is blocking you from your understanding of this earth? It's however you want to word it. Sometimes we don't see you doing that every day asking, but sometimes like, why am I here? Help me clear this planet. Help me release this planet. Part of you have a contract with this planet. It's just it's a strange contract. It's like there's other realities where this world was destroyed. Other versions of Earth happens all the time. You've been part of those worlds. And so this one you're kind of keeping from that happening. Trust me. There's been never other versions of Earth, a lot of them, that were destroyed. So some people did get their wish after all. So this one's being held on to. That's another reason why you're here.
Interesting.
There's more to it, but that's
there's like stuff I want to follow up on and dive into more, but I'm gonna sit on that and just gonna meditate on that for a little bit. But thank you very much. Appreciate your assistance.
I believe there's another one that just entered the room. We could do another one.
Oh, 1 second here. Lucy. Oh wait, yeah, Colin. Sorry about that.
Hey,
yes.
No worries. I just signed on. Greetings.
Yes, greetings to you.
Thanks for staying. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Ivan. I'm just wondering if there's any messages in general for me.
Well, yes. Notice how you did enter in a little bit later. There's some beings that don't want you to have this connection, you can say. So, yes, you're coming into more of your, what do you call it, your utopia energy, your why you are here. I mean, of course, you know why you're here, sort of. You're getting more into your energy of, you like to be able to see it manifest. We'll also see a lot of, like crystal kingdoms around you, kind of like a golden kingdom energies you connect to other worlds, other versions of Earth. You brought that energy here for a specific task, but they're not saying what it is exactly. But you'll uncover it over time. Basically, to heal this Earth so it doesn't go through the same mistakes of other versions of Earth. It's more to it than that, but.
I like golden crystal kingdoms. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, let that visualize. That'll be very healing for you.
Yeah.
Even I would even say it's even connected to like the Wizard of Oz in some ways. Maybe not exactly like that, but very just mythical. Yeah, mystical fantasy realities.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
And I'm sorry. Who's being channeled right now?
Oh yes, we are the Zeta Collective. We are L3.
Okay, cool. And then just curious. So my boss had a stroke medical issue last week, and just kind of instantly taking on basically doubling my caseload and very, 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 very stressed and overwhelmed at work. So I'm wondering if there's any messages around that. It sounds like it's connected to this Crystal Kingdom thing too, because I can feel that. But
yes, that'll come through more clearly. Well, also your boss kind of rejected a lot of timelines, so it kind of shut him down. So yeah, it's kind of like you're watching it's like watching the kingdom while the king is out, something like that.
Okay.
Similar to that. It'll probably be a couple months for it to finally cool down, but just do your meditations for stress relieving. It will. I believe this is supposed to actually reactivate a lot of your power. From what we're seeing,
yeah,
stress can do that.
Okay.
Yes.
Right on. Blessings, Zeta.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you again. Much love and blessings to your collective.
Yes. Blessings to you. Yes, contact is inevitable in a way that some might not be able to predict, but will happen eventually in your lifetimes. Yes, for those that wish to have it occur. That's all we can say. Blessings to you all. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Much love, everyone. Catch you next time.